What's going on, YouTube? Today we are playing Naruto Storm Connections in Big 2025. I said 2025, bro. I'm gonna say 2026. But yeah, we're playing Storm Connections, and honestly, it's not really just a fighting video. I'm just talking about the state of the game, because the game, I feel as it needs to get, to get back on its feet again. I feel like this game kind of took its time away, from everyone. Mind you, this game came out, I think, 2022? 2022, I think? Yeah, 2022. And it's not a bad game. I feel as if, the devs just kind of gave up on it to work on Demon Slayer, which, don't get me wrong, I fuck with Demon Slayer, but just not as much as I fuck with Storm, And Storm has been a game where I have grew up with the game, so it's like, seeing how the state of it is right now is kind of crazy. And this game had mad potential in terms of when they finally patched it for the first part of the game, right? And ever since the first patch, we had a couple patches here and there, but not as major as the first one, because the first one of the game was like a lot of character nerfs and a whole bunch of other stuff like the sort, And now we have the game in its final, probably, I don't even know if it's the final and last product, but we have the game at its last peak, which is Kabuto running the game right now, with Sage Mode Kabuto running the game right now with his poison and his great snake attack. It's like it applies slow, then he got snakes that just sit on the ground for eternity, things of that nature, right? It's kind of just like, it's not crazy, but it's just like, damn, man, like, what is going to be the future of Storm Connections? Like, this game could make a serious comeback with DLCs, which I feel like it's missing a couple of them. Like, for some odd reason, I don't know why Toneri isn't in the game. Like, Toneri is in the story mode, mind you guys, and he's just not in the game. Now, they know dang well they could add Toneri, but they're choosing not to for some odd reason. I think it's because they're waiting for the next season to come out, because he's been in 2 games now in story-wise, and it's just crazy as hell that he doesn't have a character in the game yet. Also, he has a player model. His player model's in the game, but he's not playable. And I also feel as if Connections kind of messed up. They went on their own story mode and gave us 2 brand new characters, and a couple new Uchihas to be exact as well. We've seen some old past Uchiha from back when the girl from the story mode, I can't remember her name. I'll probably put it in the video, her picture of her on one of the screens or whatnot. But the girl from the video, and her coming in with some old Uchiha clan members, like, those were some characters that I feel like could have been cool, like, additions to the roster. And then obviously the new main villain would have been absolutely phenomenal. We're also missing Shin Uchiha now. I feel like people don't really, notice that guy a lot, but I feel like he's pretty cool of a character, But let me find a match and come back to that real quick, because there are some things I have in mind for character-wise. We're missing a couple of them, actually. So give me 1 second. All right, but yeah, I got interrupted a little bit there. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it's a lot of things that Connections is needing to come back. We're missing characters. Like I said, the newest characters of the story mode that they just made from this game could have been added. We're missing like Tonery from the last. Like, there's a few baskets that are just, you know, not touched. You know what I mean? Then again, we're coming up on like Boruto. I feel like it's because Boruto isn't like being consistent right now. It could be because of that, but I don't think it's fully because of that in terms of the show. Like, we have a couple. Like, we have Adult Konohamaru for some odd reason who's not in the game, but we have his character model, you know? Which is just crazy to me, you feel me? And some people I know actually pointed that out. Like, why is Adult Konohamaru model in the game but not played? It's kind of crazy. And I see that this game has a lot of potential in terms of comp scene. So it's like, why give up the game that, you know, people actually like continuously play on a consistent basis, show love to nonstop, you know, and get more, you know, things out of it. It's becoming, it's gonna end up like Paladins. And if you know what Paladins is, Paladins was not even a bad game. I just feel like it lacked the base of, you know, updates and consistent players. You know, I feel like that would have been an amazing thing if we had a consistent player on Xbox as well, because Xbox arguably, I feel, has the lowest amount of player base here compared to PlayStation. Now, PlayStation, it has a lot of players, but the players, I mean, it's not like you can, you know, interact with them like that unless you text them last second of the match. Ooh, I'm there. But yeah, you can't really talk to the PlayStation players like that, you know. It's like, it's very limited talking in terms of people on PlayStation. You can't really controverse with others or, you know, gather with others. Which is why I kind of, you know, hate playing on it. Because it's not like Xbox where I can just make a group post and be like, hey, you know, who's trying to box? You know, and, you know, get some good fights in, you know? It's a lot less than that. Ooh. Got him with the... He left the game. And then there's also that too. Like, the rage quitting on here is really bad for Xbox. This is why I kind of wish Xbox kind of locked it to 60. Now, it is kind of Microsoft's fault, or either CC2 or Bandai's fault with the, you know, player base, because they allowed the Series S for some reason to not be able to run on 60, which is kind of goofy, right? I feel as if the Series S is capable of running 120 frames, right? But it's locked to 30, which makes no sense to me. Which is why I'm saying like Xbox has a very low community, simply because everybody is locked to 30. Now I hope that if they do come back, the one thing I do want is for them to unlock that, because that shouldn't even, like, you know, that shouldn't be a problem for the Series S. Like, the Series S can run at 60 frames, which is crazy, you know? And, you know, it would allow people that play the game to communicate with more 60 players, which is on the Series X. Because a lot of 60 players don't want to deal with 30. They want to kind of just straight 60, you know?
because 30 feels like you're playing back on Storm 4 with delay on Xbox. So a lot of people don't want to fight 30 people because it's hella disgusting, you know. But that's all I really had to say about it. It's just, you know, I feel like they should come back to this game, revisit it, touch it up a little bit more, and, you know, revive the game. I don't feel like they should have dropped this game. This game still has definitely some potential to come back and, you know, make people play the game again. It's not a dead game. But on Xbox it is, due to the fact of, you know, the difference between player bases with 30 and 60 players. So it kind of shuts everyone out from playing the game. But yeah. Next time I'm probably gonna be dropping a video. Vegito drops tonight, so just expect something like that to happen. And yeah, peace.